Okay. Back here doing more races and hopefully not sucking too much. I probably am going to suck a lot. I'm fucking terrible and shit. So, back here, Gran Turismo 4 and all that good stuff. Uh, kind of forgot what I was gonna run with. Kind of. But yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm pretty sure it's all loaded up. It's so fucking annoying, this bullshit video editor. It's so retarded. Like, I don't know if it's loading the video or putting it into cache, if it's alright in damn it. Oh great, and it's the lowest it can go, and it's still fucking atrociously loud in the fucking bullshit earpiece thing I'm using. But I just want to get this done with. I got 3 Gran Turismo 4 videos. I'm not a big fan of post-commentary. However, I'm still doing post-commentary anyway, even though I don't like it. But like I've said, I've been trying to pass this game along for years now. And I figured why wouldn't I put videos of my own stuff on my channel? And, wow, I'm so terrible. Yes, I want to apologize for my terribleness, because I have not played this in years, and going from not playing at all in years to a very fast vehicle I've not had the time to get the hang of driving is going to be a little messy. And I really, like I said, I haven't played this in years, and I go from nothing to a fast vehicle, and it can be a little bit of a learning curve, and also it takes a bit of learning a specific track and getting down the little things to learn the track. And you can see I'm so terrible. I'm taking shortcuts, because if I have any chance at all to win this, I gotta not pull any stops or whatever. I gotta just be a fucking prick or whatever. So I suck, obviously. Feel free to scold me about it. I really don't give a shit at this point. But like I said, I've been trying to pass this along for a couple of years now, and I figure, I can't tell if I'm braking decently enough. Almost had it without going off track. Almost. But I would be doing a lot better had I been actually sitting down and playing this from start to finish, and had the time, to improve my driving skills. But going from nothing to a very powerful vehicle isn't the best thing. I do remember one of the last times I played this, I had an acquaintance. I'm going to keep him as an acquaintance, because our friendship never blossomed from that point. Dude turned out to be a real fucking creeper, and I didn't even realize at that point. But he's very into racing and nice cars. I don't remember if he was a mechanic or if he just worked on cars for racing. But he was very wordy, and it sounded like he was very knowledgeable about his shit. But we hung out like 2 or 3 times, and dude was like, he would sit down and play this, and he tweaked the vehicle. Like, before every race, he tuned something. And he had an idea what he was doing, because I don't have any idea what I'm fucking doing. So I never really mess with that kind of stuff. But he knew what he was fucking doing. So he would go in there, and wow, that was very... I obviously didn't brake soon enough. Wow, that was terrible. Yeah, I was even dreading that when I went through that night to drive out of this while recording. I'm like, oh shit, this is horrible. Oh, it's so terrible. But one of the last times we played this, or I played this, I let this guy play, because I was doing something on the computer, so I'm like, here you go, keep yourself fucking occupied, because I don't know how else to entertain you, my friend. But he played it a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Wish I kind of had an idea what to do when I went in there, but I don't. So I never, even just tuning it for specific races or courses, uh, you know, you can easily, if you know what you're fucking doing, it will make a huge difference, as far as that goes. However, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just let it go stock because I don't know what I'm fucking doing. And, you know, run with it from there. Just I'm just playing it to have fun at it. You know, I'm sure I'm sure I could do a lot better if I knew what the fuck I was doing, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I wish I did. I really do wish I did. Like, actually, I won't front, for years, I really wouldn't have minded getting more into cars. Like, I'd never realized my dad was a retired mechanic until maybe the past 2 or 3 years. And I'd be like, oh, there's something wrong with my car. And he was like, oh, you know, just bring it over. We'll work on it. And I'm like, okay. Not pretty much, I will admit, not the first person I would really want to have him work on my vehicle. But, you know, it's better than spending an atrocious, obnoxious amount in a bullshit shop that may or may not do any better. But all I really have to do is pay for parts and maybe lunch, and I have some place to go work on my vehicle. My dad married some dumb bitch, but her brother has his own shit. He has a nice heated garage. He has fucking 2 lifts. So, I mean, if I have any problems, we just, you know, take my car over there, throw it on a lift, and go at it. And it's worked out pretty well. Like, we had to change my water pump, and that was not a fun job, especially when we did it, whatever year that was, almost 2 years ago. And we started working on it literally right before the first snowfall, right before it started getting below zero, no, before freezing temperatures. And then it would have been very not cool to work with. You know, at least I'd be able to have the opportunity to learn, even if all I had to do was help make sure stuff was out of the way or clean up, or unscrew bolts if I was strong enough to do that. 'Cause sometimes some of that shit is, like, the angle you have to work with is not really conducive if you don't have very great finger or grip strength. And, you know, somebody else can be better with that. Like, I've seen some people where they could just do it with their hands. But then again, they've been doing it for years, so, you know, they're more practice at doing it. And this is probably would have been one of the better races to start off doing with this vehicle, because it doesn't have huge, long stretches to pick up huge speeds. This one has many enough turns that really it's best to watch your speed through the corners, because you really can't go fast without getting off track at all in this course. Like, you can try to go fast, and even now I'm taking it a little careful at times. I think I'll go really fast here. I might. This is a lengthier track, I do remember that much. And sometimes I'm speeding down, I'm decelerating or whatever, a little too much, because I'm not sure if, you know, what kind of corners or turns are up ahead. Like this one right here is going to be kind of messy. And as you can see, I'm kind of losing the control there. But anyway, something I did want to touch about, even though it's completely irrelevant to this particular video altogether, and you may or may not even want to care about it or watch it, but, like, I've been so irritated. Like, for the past 2 weeks, I've finally found the fucking answer on how I can use my studio mic. Hook up my fucking studio mic, because all this time for the past year and now some, I've been using a bullshit Bluetooth mic for, you know, that was created for, like, cell phones and shit. And I've been using it for this. And I haven't had like a boatload of comments, but, you know, every once in a while somebody's like, hey, your audio is terrible. You sound like you're using the mic as a dildo and sucking on it or some shit like that. Why is your audio so terrible? Well, that's why. I mean, it was actually an expensive Bluetooth mic. Um, I really shouldn't have paid that much at all. But actually, I'm kind of glad that I ended up have any use for it, because nobody calls me enough to even use it. Like, I got it because, oh, I'm gonna get calls if I'm driving. Nobody calls me when I'm driving. So, actually, you know, every once in a while somebody will call me when I'm driving, but it's so rare. I can't even remember the last time somebody called me or while I was talking while I was driving. And really, I try not to anyway. Like, sometimes I've just outright ignored calls while I'm driving and wait until I'm somewhere where I can take the call or call them back or see what's up or, you know, whatever. Have the time to concentrate on actually not worrying about, you know, taking out a entire bus of children that just got off their school bus. And just, you know, take care of, you know, matters that are more important and such or whatever. So, I mean, I'm glad I've had the opportunity and I had this on hand because when I started this, like I said, I was homeless when I started this shit. And I really didn't have a whole lot to work with, and I was working with what I had to work with at the time. I really don't know why I had this with me when I was kicked out and why I took it with me. Or unless I went back for it and picked it up. I don't really remember. But, you know, I've had it for long enough now. So, but I'm glad I had it, because otherwise I wouldn't have been getting anything done because I didn't have it on hand. So I'm very glad about that. That I ended up picking it up even though I didn't have a use for it back then. I ended up having a use for it much later because I had it, I don't know, good many, let me see, I didn't start until October, November. I got it in like February, or March. I think February. And then I ended up not really having a use for it at all. So I also had difficulty because I couldn't figure out how to get it working with my phone either. Because you're supposed to just be able to turn it on, and then the phone detects the Bluetooth signal, and then they sync up, and then you can use it. And for some reason when I was trying that, it wasn't fucking working. I don't remember why, but I ended up getting it working eventually. Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, you had to have the Wi-Fi turned off on the phone. Otherwise, it would have difficulty picking up on the Bluetooth signal or some bullshit like that. So, I ended up, you know, not using it. So it just ended up going to storage. I'm like, maybe I should just sell this then. I don't have a use for it. And I ended up having use for it, so I'm glad I didn't sell it. And I'm very terrible at selling. Like, I've been putting shit on eBay, and it doesn't go anywhere. I've been putting shit on Craigslist, and I get no responses. It's completely dead. It's fucking annoying. And really, if I go any less, I'm cutting myself short. I am selling myself short as it is. And I get no responses at all. Like, I'm selling below GameStop prices, or eBay prices, or, well, not so much eBay. I always take into consideration the shipping, and then just put free shipping. But you got motherfuckers selling games that are simply $10. I can't say get her, but $10, and you're selling it for like $4. But then you go into the shipping and see, oh well, then with shipping it's not $4, it's $10 or something. So I don't know. It's stupid. And I'm a terrible salesman anyway. I am fucking terrible. I wish I just had somebody to offload all this stuff on at the value I'm looking for, and then they just fucking get rid of it on their own or something. But it doesn't really work like that. And of course, if I try to sell it into any store, they'll give me fucking pennies or something. So it's like I might as well donate it or some shit. I don't know. So, yeah. But we'll figure this out eventually, I guess. I mean, I could always donate this. Like I said, I've been trying to fucking pass this along for years. nobody has taken interest in it. Like, I've even sent this guy trade offers that included this game with a bunch of other games, and they just haven't been interested at all. It's been bullshit. Can I start braking yet? Is it too soon to start braking? I really need to think about braking very soon. Because I don't want to go too fast around these corners. It can be a little messy. Oh, this was a pretty lengthy race. I think I'm coming to the end very, very soon here. Not sure how soon, but I know it's soon. Whoa, that was not good. Yeah, I'm coming to the end very, very soon here. There we go. There it is. I was like, where is it? It's supposed to be any time now. But yeah. I have one more part of Gran Turismo 4 to run through, and then I'm done with Gran Turismo 4, and I can get on to something else, and I should start preparing. Maybe I'm going to go ahead, I don't know. I want to go ahead and start another game and just get into something else, but I also want to finish rendering everything, too. And get that all cleaned up and out of the way and done with, and